What's going on, everybody? It's CryptoVision here, back again with another crypto market update. Today's video, per Patreon member request, we're going to be checking out LCX. So if you like today's video, hit that like button, subscribe for more. Let's get into it. So we got LCX here on the weekly chart. We are right at this pretty much gatekeeper, right? Once we break above this, I think it's off to the races. I think it's going to be crazy. It's a $73 million asset. I think it's going to hit 17 faster than most people understand and think. The big test, like I said, is up at 33 cents. Really have to close above 33 cents. If you can, and you do, you're headed up to 64 cents all the way up to a dollar plus, right? So huge asset, huge upside. I like the project. It looks good overall. You're getting across on the moving average on the RSI. The last time we covered this was December 18th. So, where were we? We were right through here. We came down a little bit. We tried to reach for this 4-6, but never did. Got a nice reversal. Bearish momentum is slowing. I do like the fact that it bounced right off the oversold zone. Really like that. You have, a clear breakout. Got to close this week strong. Let's go ahead and check out the 10-day. 10-day, same concept. I like that. Green dot on the 10-day. We have also more slowing of bearish momentum. We have that breakout. We have this breakout on the 10-day. Closes in 4 days, so, still a lot on the table. We did close, trend is still down until we flip this, until this can get above. Trend is still down, right? Trend is still down, but the trend line has been broken, so there's a possibility of a reversal, right? Possibility of a reversal. This looks very nice on the 4-day. Looks very nice. Defeat this. It still has 2 days. Still a little bit out, so, but I like the fact how you're coming right up to this 4-day 20 EMA, and you are trying to fight. You're not just immediately getting rejected. You did have a cross on the MACD. The last time we had a cross on the MACD down below the zero was back in June, and it went on a little run. Not crazy from a low to the high. 100% low to the high right through here would be up to about 10 cents. So another 30% more at the minimum, right? At the minimum, but you also did it through here. You did it both times through here and there. This is kind of, I don't want to see this because this invalidates everything. I don't want to see this, but I do want to see something like this, how you kind of break out, come down, back test, and go. Don't fall through, because when you fell through, that's when you really got oversold. So don't fall through, right? Keep your 1-2 intact. You need a 1-2. You need something. Really need to fight through these EMAs, right? Fight through these EMAs, come back down, back test one of them, then go, right? You just don't want to fight resistance on your third wave. You want to get through it, kind of grind on your first wave, grind, maybe come back down, find support at the 50, and then go, right? Something like that, okay? 3-day closes today, so this could be, wow, this is nice. This could be of utmost importance. This will be of utmost importance because we're gonna have a close with the MACD, ripping through. We're gonna have a close with the RSI ripping through. We're gonna have a close with price, hopefully on the 3-day above 7.6. We close above this on the 3-day, right? Above the 20 on the 3-day. It's looking very good. Very ideal, right? Very ideal. Like I said, we close and defeat 761. You're at 773. We close and defeat that. Next target is 1761. I know people are going to say, you have all these EMAs you can reject. It's when the asset is bigger, yes, more than likely. But when you're a $73 million asset, when you're under $1 billion, then you just take, 45, what is half of that? What's it, 46.5 million. 46.5 million raises this up 50% from where it's at right now. 50%. Look at that. Just one whale can come through, drop that, and it's already up. And they just do that. That's what whales do. They go and they drop. They raise the price up 50%, 100%, and then people start piling in. That's how it works. Okay, you just have a whale come through, do that on these tiny assets. It just takes one person, one entity, one hedge fund, one. You get what I'm saying. Sorry, I need some coffee. 2-day closes today as well. That's great. We love to see that. We love to see the 2-day. Once I get into the weeds, we're gonna check to see. Yeah, because that was invalidated. We're gonna check to see what we got. This is kind of looking a little sketchy, right? You're down below it now again. See how fast that moved. We need to get across above, but just it's getting a little. How can I put this? It looks like it's kind of running out of steam. All right, so you might get a back test. You might come back down and get a back test sooner than we think, and then go. We'll look at the fibs and see where we're at, especially like on the 4-hour. We'll check this out. Okay, let's check this out. Finding support right at you're finding support right at that level. That's why you're subbed to the channel. A free Discord in the link in the description, paid Patreon membership, so you get to request assets like this. They're updated throughout the Discord, things of that nature. You get to vote. So, right, this was put on December 18th. It's acting very important. Trying to get a bounce, trying to close above this, right? Really trying to close. The 4-hour candle kind of just started. So, is it wickless? It is wickless to the downside. Not bad. Rarely happens that you have a wickless downside candle. Right, you had one right here. You had one. Is that wickless? I'm going to count that as wickless. You had 2, and you had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that freaking meme! That meme always gets me. LCX actually kind of has wickless candles. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, wickless. Yeah, LCX has wickless candles. Never mind. I stand corrected. I will eat that right away. That's strange to me. That normally doesn't happen. But like I said, this small asset can be highly manipulated. So if we do have some type of 1-2 setup, right through here, where have we found resistance? We found it at the 1618, broke out. Back tested. What about? Kind of want to use the 1-hour. There we go. Maybe we have 5 up. Okay, this is definitely the 1-2. I'm trying to determine whether or not. So you have a 1-2. I think you have an A, B, C, and then you have a 3-wave move down for your 3rd wave. So you have a 1-2. So you have a 1-2. You have a 3, 4, 5. Possibly. But this did close higher. This wicked higher, but this did close higher. So it is the most impulsive. Let's see here. What say you? You could be also in some type of 1-2, A, B, C, and then you come down to 3. But I don't know about that because this has a clear 3-wave move. This kind of has a truncated, type of flat. You got a higher low and then go. So that kind of looks like you're, intermittent, just taking a breather, then ripping. So if that is the case, so we'll take this high. We'll do both. 1618, sorry, the 618. And then what about this bad boy right here? This is the higher closing area. right there. That kind of makes sense, right? Finding resistance right at the 786. Finding resistance at the 786. Would like a little bit higher, right? A little bit higher if this is 3-wave move, right? Kind of got like your 1, 2, your 3, maybe your 4. You come down to your 0.5, maybe your 382, maybe you come down to 7.2. And then you get up to the 1. You're looking to get up to at least the 1 is the minimum. 1618 is best. All right. Then you'd have your 1. Then you'd need a 2. Come back down. Use this as support. All right. Use the 761 as support. That's what we're going to be doing for a lot of assets. And then you go up in your third. And you go get 17. You go get 30. Whatever it is. You go start getting some higher, way higher numbers, right? So yeah, that's kind of the idea right now. Find support. I really wouldn't want to close below the. So if this is the 4th wave move down, it theoretically can come all the way down to 5, but to not be invalidated. But 382, we'll see that. We'll see 720. We'll see stuff like that. Okay, we'll check that out. Actually, let's do this real quick. Let's add one on here. We'll come back. I'll update the kind of want to like minimum, like maximum, come down through here. I'll update the Discord for the Patreon members on this as we move along. We'll keep this on the 1 hour. Perfect. And then, sorry, let's do this. 1618 on the 1 hour. There we go. Kind of best case scenario, worst case scenario kind of thing. Okay. Let's double check. All right, let's double check. Your 3. Come down through here. Yeah, 618 is right at 707. Does that align with anything? Kind of. Kind of. But 786 is down at the 682. Because you still, I think down through here, I think you're going to get something like this, like a little A, B, C, and then you go. Something like that. Something like this. You have your impulse, you're going to have your retrace, and they're going to come down. So let's hold up through here. All right, let's do that. Cool. So those are that's the idea for LCX. Obviously, you have way down here for if everything breaks down, if this is just a fake out. Technically, we need 5 waves up. We still need this last 5th wave. We need to finish this off. Come down. Go get like whatever. Go get that. Then that would absolve us of going lower, right? Because then now you're taking out this. You're taking out this. You're taking out this. You no longer have lower highs. You have a higher high, right? Because yeah, technically you closed higher than this down through here, but that's not really what we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to get above this high right here. This is the high we really need to get above, this 197 area. All right, because that's kind of where it started. You came up, rejected hard, down. Right? This is the hard rejection that we're trying to get above. So in terms of LCX, that's kind of what I got that's what I got moving forward. Everything else looks pretty solid. I did want to check out one more thing. I want to check out the 2-week. I know the 10-day has. Okay, so the weekly, the 2-week does have a green dot. Cool. Last time we had a green dot was in July. All right, last time we had that green dot was in July. Yes, the following 2 weeks was red, but it still had some momentum to the upside, right? It did lead to more downside pressure. Kind of brutal. We had 2 weeks through here, was green for a little bit, led to the downside pressure. Then you ripped in December, And then last but not least, you did have a green dot through here. You did kind of go sideways and down, then you went up. Right. So regardless, I know some of them haven't been follow through movements, but they've been up. So I expect to go up the next, through January, February, kind of what I've been talking about. January, February going up. Maybe, smaller caps. I was even thinking March, just kind of catching the movement late and then moving forward. But, other than that, that's what I got for LCX. If you're interested in the Discord, it's free. It's in the description down below. There's a lot of different options for you. Community is growing. There's also a paid Patreon membership. You get voting Tuesdays through Thursdays, exclusive content on Fridays. 4 more people still get an advanced Google Doc sheet for tracking all of your trades, and there's much more coming. So, as always, I appreciate your time. Thank you for stopping by. Take it easy. Peace.